You're going to tell me how I look and how I sound. No idea. I'm using Mama's laptop. Wait and see if some people show up here. I just need to know how I sound. Jody who? First one. How do I sound, Jody? Let me know. Sound good? All right. How I look, because my wife is on here and I got her background here. And if it doesn't look good, she's going to kill me. So it looks okay? Jump on, T, if you're on there. And let me know if it's too echoey too. Hey, we the people. How you doing? Jody, Carolyn. Good to see you guys. I just haven't jumped on a live in a minute. And I was just I love talking to you guys. So it's fun for me. Nothing specific. Just anything, questions, anything you guys want to talk about. I've been on. Josh, what's up, man? Good evening, Bent. Let's see. Shadow AI. Respect to you. What you do. I appreciate that, man. I respect you all, man. It's like a family. If I could sit down and talk to each one of you individually, I would, man. I love all the support I get, man. Josh, how long have I been an officer? This is my 21st year. Tennessee's in the house. How you doing, Kenneth? I'm doing good, Jody. Echoes fine, lighting's great. There we go. I look handsome, girl. Get on there, Tennille. Let me know. But she's the only one that can look at me. It's been a rough week, honestly. Well, we the people, keep your head up, man. We all go through those things in life. Thank you, Audio Geek. So I haven't gotten any ink in a while. Kind of been having to be an adult since I got my house. So my wife has kind of put the kibosh on me getting more. Let's see, God, Oregon's in the house. Jim, I heard it's beautiful out there. Jesus is King. I'm praying for you right back. Love you. KRCDTD. If I see you, it's because my glasses are not on right now. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Come to your police department and request you. Would you show up? You're quite the celebrity. Mr. Douglas, I actually work in the school now, so it'd be kind of tough for me to show up. But if you're in Zion, let me know. I love to meet new people. Let's see. What and who changed your life? First and foremost, let's talk about that, Audio Geek. First and foremost, my life was changed in 2013 when I met the Lord. He saved me. It's a kind of a famous story. They've done a few short documentaries on it, but that's first and foremost. And the other person that changed my life in this world is my wife, Tennille Renee. She's the greatest woman in history. We have a household of beautiful children. There's 7 total. She has 3. I have 4. We're like the Brady Bunch, but I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. Let's see. Thank you, Roger. Thank you. I started getting ink. People ask me all the time how many tattoos I have, and we counted before, and it was up over 100 because I'm actually pretty full. They all mean something. They all mean either people that I've lost, people that I love, people that are still here. Kind of my life story is all inked on me. I don't do anything that doesn't mean anything. David Suttles, I appreciate that, brother. Stay safe too. That means everything to me. Let's see, I watch this. Child victim's father this week, man. Yeah, that Jody, that 0 to 100 thing. I've always prided myself. I think I get it from my dad. Just a laid back dude. I don't need to get excited. I've never thought I'm anybody because I got a job and I have a badge. It doesn't mean I'm somebody that is that important. I have a job. I follow the Constitution and I respect people. And there's no need to. I could probably count on 2 hands the times I've been angry in 20 years on this job. You got to be a laid back individual, thick skin. Josh, a local cop is also an evangelist. He preached it. That's awesome, Josh. I actually go to do a lot of speaking at churches and stuff. I tell my story. I speak in schools, churches, different places. I love I love that I'm able to meet so many different people through this job. It's great. And it's been wonderful on here. I never thought I'd have a lot of followers on social media. It kind of happened by accident. Let's see. Are you seeing a difference in your community and departments in your area since you become outspoken for the people's rights? I have seen. This is the good news. You're not going to see a total shift that's going to be so apparent, but I get inboxes and messages, and I see other cops on YouTube and on different social media platforms shouting out wrongdoing, like calling it out too. They might not necessarily have my style. Maybe some are more rigid. Maybe some are a little more, a little less rigid than me, but they're still calling it out. And years ago, that was taboo. That would have had you targeted, and maybe something would have happened to you or, in a bad way. But I'm seeing it more and more, and I love it. There's some fabulous people from the inside speaking out. I just talked to there's a guy. Let me see. First one that comes to my mind is Two Cops, One Donut. He's Two Cops, One Donut. He's a good dude. I talked to him. He's been doing more and more outspoken stuff, speaking out and calling out stuff that needs to be called out. And it all revolves around respecting people and upholding your oath in the Constitution. It's not that difficult. I don't understand why it's ever been screwed up the way it has. Let's see. Pocket Sand. Hey, been watching your videos for a while. Appreciate all the work you do. Thank you. I appreciate you watching. Never thought of if you guys only knew how simple what the stuff I do. People send me videos and I get to them as I can, and I give my honest take on them. A lot of negative videos. I've been getting a lot more positive videos sent to me, and which is very encouraging. But I won't stop talking about it until every police interaction is positive. It's not that difficult. I've dealt with the city that I work in is very busy. I've seen everything there is to possibly see in this profession, and you just do your job right. People always ask me too how my city is, and my city's very busy. There's a myth about me that I'm just this SRO, which makes me laugh. 'Cause I get trolled a lot that I'm just this SRO. I'm not a real cop. But first of all, I've been a real cop for a long time. There is nothing I haven't seen or done in policing. My first 11 years was working night shift in a very busy city. I've seen everything you could possibly imagine in this job, dealt with it, investigated it, been through it, seen it, done it. I could tell you story after story after story for that. I did that for 11 years. And then there's a role that opened up in the detective bureau. So then I became an investigator for 7 years after that. And that's when you see the real action. Every time somebody's shot, stabbed, murdered, a really bad assault, you get called in, you handle it, you investigate it. I've worked some major cases, done it all and seen it all. And then I happened to see an opening in the SRO position. And that's the best 3 years of my life working in there. I love working with the kids. I run an organization for the kids. So it was like a perfect match. So no, I'm in the schools. During the summer, I go back to being a cop/detective. But during the school year, I'm in there with the kids. I take care, I mentor them, I teach them, I help out the staff. And it's been a fabulous dynamic that we have in our local school. Let's see, retired New Jersey officer. You need to maybe come to the East Coast one of these days and share your testimony. Man, bring me out. Jesus is King. Bring me out. Email me. It's Matt at mfbyouth.org. It's in my bio. I love to travel, especially at churches. I speak at churches all the time, but it's not just churches. I speak at any public event. I'll come out and help. If people want me to come and meet them, tell my story, chop it up a little bit, I do it. And it's not, I'm not out for the money. I'm just out to make this world better. Let's see any improvement. Andre, your favorite French Canadian. Montreal cops don't like to see someone knowing their rights. That's the problem, Andre. I hate that. Like, why, when somebody is flexing their rights, does that offend you? I don't get it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to be a cop forever. I'm going to be a citizen who wants to flex my rights here in a few years. So why does that offend you? You should love that. I love when the public is informed. I love when I see somebody, I'm going to exercise my Fifth Amendment right, and I want to talk to you. Okay, cool. Good for you. Good for knowing that. or someone that knows that oh, you need such and such and such to get my ID. It's like, okay, good, you're informed. I would have told you that anyway. So I don't understand why it's a power and control thing, Andre. It really is. They feel that they have to have this ultimate authority when they get to a call. So anytime that the person they're dealing with shows some control or wants to give a little bit back of that control, it somehow offends them. And that is the prototypical ego policing. In this job, you cannot have an ego. You got to have thick skin. Understand you're there to document what you see and act accordingly. If it's unlawful, do your job. But you're not there to get in these personal beefs with people. You're not in there to talk down to anybody. You're to be respectful because you work for the public. I mean, you're their employee. So, and I hate when they get mad when people say that. We are the public's employee. It is our job to cherish and love the public. It's not that hard. And it's a blessing when you do it right. It's such a blessing. All right, Pocket Sand. Great to see another Wisconsinite kicking butt at his job. My life is laughing at that right now as we speak. I'm not a Wisconsinite. I live in Wisconsin, and I'm not knocking Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin, but I'm from right across the border. I'm Illinois through and through. My mom was from Chicago. We moved we moved up north to Waukegan and then Zion. Then I grew up in Zion. So I'm an Illinois guy. And my wife she's Wisconsinite. I get drugged up to Lambeau Field all the time. She's a ticket holder, and I have fun up there. But I'm a Bears fan, and I don't even want to talk about yesterday. Let's see what a miserable night yesterday was. Oh my gosh! Any Bears fans out there? I know you know what I'm saying. I'm supposed to say this too. You're supposed to like this video. I apparently likes get you stuff. I'm technologically, I'm about the dumbest person you'll ever meet. So people explain this to me slowly. Let's see. Daddy Mod. Brother Matt, don't grow weary and do in well doing. I never will. The Lord instilled that in me. If I can bless somebody's life, I will do it. If I see you and you want to stop and talk, I see you, we can stop. And today I seen a guy that I knew from another church. I seen him out on the street as I was going to do something on the job. We stopped and we prayed. I just love to meet and see and deal with people. That's why I got this job. One of the biggest issues in policing is you get a lot of guys and a lot of officers, they think they have the right to like get tired of people, which doesn't ever make any sense to me. Like, you're in this job for people. And you'll hear me say this quite a bit. Could you imagine if Aaron Judge said, I hate baseball? I mean, you literally are in the job because you play baseball. So transfer that into policing. Can you hear a cop? Does it make sense to hear them say that they don't like people? That's why you're in this job. And I will never shut up about that. It's unacceptable. And I leave it to department leaders need to see this for what it is and either suppress it, get rid of it, stomp it out, change an attitude. We have so many resources that will help to come in and work with officers who may feel down, because you do see people on their worst day, and it can get to you mentally, but we have resources. And you signed up for this. You weren't drafted into this. So you knew this was coming. That's why I don't give excuses to officers when they act. I don't ever do that pity party stuff when they act like, oh, you don't know what I see, or you don't know what I've been through, or yes, I do. But we signed up for this. Nobody made me become a cop. I knew that I was going to see terrible things. I knew that it was going to get to a point where it's weighing on me mentally. But I knew that. Don't feel sorry for me. I have resources to deal with it. And that's not an excuse to ever treat anybody bad. Ever. Let's see. Salute to you, man. Bless you. I appreciate you, Onyx. Alfredo, thank you. Let's see. It's going fast here. Make sure you like this live. Have you ever had to duke it out with a big dude before you was glad to have help on the way? I remember, oh my gosh, there was one case a few years back. I got up to this call. I pull up, and these dudes are big. I'm not the biggest guy. People think I get trolled a lot for that because in some pictures. What I am, I'm 5'7", 185 pounds. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm not the smallest guy either. I'm a middleweight. So, but I remember get to this guy. These guys are easily 240, 250 each, and they're duking it out. And I step out of my squat, I know there's help coming, and I just watch them just for a few seconds because I'm not jumping in the middle of that. I'm gonna get myself killed doing that. So I let them finish their round as my help was getting here, and they respected me for that. They finished their fight. Nobody had to go hands-on. They wore each other out real quick. We got there and we handled business there. We didn't make a huge deal out of it, but yeah, I'm not in this job to try to duke it out with anybody, but I've been in a lot of positions where you have no other choice. But you do the, let me see, what is the exact verbiage? You use the force necessary to effect an arrest. I've been in a lot of knockdown dragouts. I've been in a lot of people trying to resist or assault me, and I've never hurt anybody. I take my tactics seriously. I've never had to punch anyone in the face. I've had to hold a few people down by the side of their face so they won't spit on me, or they're trying to bite, stuff like that. But I've never hurt anybody. I've never caused an injury to anybody. And I've always done things with the respect of that's still a human being. I'm not going to judge them. That's just a broken human being who's having a bad day. And I don't want to hurt anybody in this job. Never want to hurt anybody. And there's ways that you can do that. I mean, that's where we have training and gear and certain things, so we don't have to hurt anybody. Blessing to you right back, Mama Dukes. I love the positive videos and love you pointing out bad police as well. This is Google Takes Over the World. Wish you would write a training course that I could use with my master's in psychology to travel the country and teach. That's kind of like something I've been thinking about a lot too. I want to write down a lot of this stuff with training. I've talked to some people about designing a course. If anybody out there can help me, shoot me an email. My wife me and her are kind of brainstorming what can we possibly do to make this message bigger and make it more accessible to people around the country as far as in this profession, because it is changing. You can see the things shifting. You can see that. You know, one thing that you can notice that is very, very apparent. You will see a lot of officers being charged with crimes now for their wrongdoings. This is something that I'm telling you, if you're being honest, you didn't see this a decade and a half ago, but you're starting to see it. So things are starting to shift, and accountability, it's not where it needs to be, but you can see that it's coming along. It's $1 billion a year racket. I have a lot of feelings on that, man, Ryan. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Love your work on the kids. I appreciate it. I'm talking about my kids. Thank you, Jesus. Jesus is King. That is great. And yes, Jesus is King. I appreciate that. Kevin Talbot, man, you definitely throw all the stereotypes out the window. I really appreciate your honesty and integrity. Hopefully we can all build mutual respect and protect each other's rights. That's my goal. I don't look down. I say this often. I'm going to tell you about my partner that I work the closest with. I got to talk about Oscar. That's my guy. But I always say this. I am not better than anybody. I don't look down on anybody. I don't care what you did. I don't have the right to think that I'm anywhere. See, when God saved me, I understood I was broken. And before God, I am a dirty, broken sinner. So I can't judge anybody. Don't have the capacity to, don't have the right to. Within the police framework, I can act on law. If you break a law, I have to act, but I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to talk down to you. I'm not going to treat you anyway, but with respect. And you can go, anyone wants to verify that, come up to my city and check it out. Ask the streets about me. I'm good to people no matter what you did. Let's see. There we go. Oh, it's going fast. Let's see. Jesse Lester, chicken thighs, Brussels sprouts, and mashed potatoes for dinner tonight. What are you having? I had my oatmeal. Me and my wife had this oatmeal concoction that I eat after all my workouts. But let me see. Whatever Mama wants when she gets home. We'll see. I love my wife. I have the greatest wife in history. She is literally my best friend, and we'll see what Mama wants. We ain't got no kids tonight. It's crazy. This house is empty. I saw my 16-year-old leaving as I came. Like, wow, this house is empty. Let me do it live. Let's see. Make sure you like this video. I gotta keep saying that every few minutes, otherwise they yell at me. But yes, they do know everyone is not a threat. Let's talk about that, man. See, I ruffle a lot of feathers when I talk about this and in the officer safety stuff and the mentality that everybody is a threat. And you got to see everybody's hands. And that is, to me, that is such a wrong mentality to have in this job. Situational awareness is key. Of course, you should be situationally aware. Let me spit that out. And safe at the same time. But not everyone is out to hurt you. You can't stand behind, oh, this cop got ambushed over here. This happened here. That's the very, very exception to the rule. That doesn't happen often. And obviously, my heart goes out and I pray for the families when that does happen. But you can't treat every day like that's going to happen to you. You can't treat citizens the same way, like they're all going to hurt you. Like, I know there's inherent risks when I took this job. I'm going to go into some situations where they may have the advantage over me, but I know there's a risk. I knew that the day I applied to be a police officer, and I've accepted that. So I don't need to treat everybody like they're going to harm me. I don't need to make soccer moms all show me their hands. I don't need to make every single person that feel like RoboCop is here and they can't move or budge. People should not pucker up when they see the police. People should feel safe and be warm and welcoming. I get more hugs than anything. Let's see. When do you retire? Would you pick up a camera? Let's see, Salty Granby. When do you retire? Would you pick up a camera in your spare time? I don't know about that. That's a discussion from my wife. Not sure when. I had planned to retire before, but I got a couple offers in my city that I think that's where God's calling me to be. So we'll see. That's yet to be determined. See, Wayne Carl, I appreciate that, brother. Kenneth Hayes, I thought you was Tennessee with that T on your neck. T on my neck. Okay, let me explain a couple of these things. The T on my neck is for Thornton, my last name. This 45, let me point to the right one. This 45 is not for Trump. You won't hear me talk about politics. I don't get into politics very much. That is my body number when I became an officer, 45. So I've been 45 for 2 decades, way before 45 was the president. So I get that all the time. People they're disappointed or they're big time rah-rah on me because they see the 45. That's not for Trump. That is my body number. These are my family members. This is my cousin who passed away, Melanie. I love her dearly. I got my kids all over here. I got my Tyree over, Tyree's over here is my adopted son who passed away. I miss him every day. It's been 5 years and the pain is still there. My kids, my uncles, I got all people that I love on my body. Let's see, 29 came in clutch for Green Bay yesterday. Bumped. Oh my gosh. Green Bay had a nice comeback. I'll give that backup quarterback is no joke. He's not even a backup quarterback. That dude looks nice. Charles Viner, I appreciate you, man. Yes, there we go. Policy enforcers, not peace officers. I look at myself as a professional peacemaker. That's what I've always called myself. We are there to help somebody in need, calm somebody down on their worst day, de-escalate a situation, take somebody to jail if a law has been broken. You still have to do your job right, but you do it respectfully and peacefully. You can tell an officer. That's why these videos is so easy for me to comment on, because the first 3 seconds of watching this officer, I can tell what kind of officer he is. I can tell by the look on his face. I can tell by his first sentence out of his mouth whether he's an escalator or peacemaker. It's so easy to tell. And that's why I think I ruffle a lot of feathers with officers, because they can't tell me nothing. I've been doing this forever, and I've seen and done everything you can do in this job, and I know what I'm talking about. So I think I make a lot of people mad. You should check my inboxes and some things that people say to me. I don't care. I don't answer to man. I answer to God. I've always said that, but I'm going to tell the truth. The God that I serve, whether you believe in him or not, I love you if you don't. I love you if you do. The God that I serve is a God of justice and truth. He loves justice. He created justice. He created truth. So that's why I believe, man, you have to stick with your principles and speak the truth. And I'm glad I started. Didn't know that a lot of people would follow me and ride with me when I started talking about this stuff. It kind of happened on accident, like I said. But it's been fun, and it's been great to get. Man, I get inboxes from chiefs, different chiefs throughout the country saying, "Man, I like what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing." We are seeing people. we're seeing people, this message resonate with people. So that means everything to me, and I'm going to keep running my mouth the best I can until I guess God called me to do something else. I know the youngsters that the youngsters in my department absolutely love me. They love what I do. They don't have any sense of what that old guard, that old nasty mentality before there were body cams, a little bit of that bad culture. They don't really see that, at least in my department, because I will take them right to the side. They all know who I am when they start, and I'll go them right to the side. Look, man, I'm not going to talk down you because you're a rookie. You're in this. We're all grown men here, but this is how we treat people in my city. My city is a city I grew up in, so these are my people that you're dealing with, and we are going to respect them and love them and act accordingly. And they all respect me for that. And that's how I try to lead by example. So a lot of people will notice that my department is pretty laid back, and they're pretty good. We got a lot of young kids, and I think my message resonates with them too. Let's see. You are cool. Let me see. Let me go back here. Have I ever arrested someone for not wearing the COVID mask? No. Heavens, no. Let's see. You are a cool guy to be an officer. Thank you, Shavika. I try to be cool. At least my kids, you should reach a certain age where your kids don't think you're cool anymore. That breaks me and my wife's heart. I want to be cool to them too. Adam Norris, what's up, man? Vidal Ortiz, God bless you, bro. God bless you too, man. Thank you. That means a lot. Let's see. What? Harrison Brock, did you see the video of a lieutenant, 27 years in the department, and has only arrested one person in his life? Whoa, that must be a boring department. Man, I arrested more than that in my very first shift. Let's see. Looking svelte, dude. Svelte mean? Girl, somebody tell me what svelte means. Is that skinny? I'm trying to be. Let's see. Let's see. OBN, man, I appreciate that. The work you do is amazing, and you should be proud. Shining that light. I'm trying to. Google takes over the world. I will email you. I can help right there. My dad was one of the bad cops, so I have a lot of experience. That's awesome, man. I'm going to check for those of you that email and send me messages, I get so many in a day, and it's only one of me. I try to have my wife help me out once in a while with them. It's very, very hard to keep up with. So if I get your message and you don't get a response right away, I greatly apologize. I love everyone. I wish I could get to them more, but I run a nonprofit. I have 7 kids. I still work a full-time job, so I'm very busy. It's hard to get to a lot. So Ben Andreas Jacobson, God bless you too. I appreciate you. Send me an email, Josh. I'm gonna try to. I've never been to Alabama. Let's see. Good evening, brother. Glad to see you back live. Patrick, hey, Patrick, what's up, brother? I remember sending you a book a while back, man. I appreciate you. Big time. I appreciate your messages. I remember reading them. They mean a lot to me. Google, my email is Matt, M-A-T-T, @mfbyouth.org. Hip Hop's Jester 94. You're a legend, man. I appreciate that. I just try. I don't try to get my head too big, but I love when people appreciate what my message and when I do it, man. I love all you guys. Let's see. Bridge a gap. Educate police on what it actually means to be a public servant. The people deserve better. You ever gone in a dictionary and seen what the word servant actually means? That's what we are. To serve. When you sign up to be a servant, you should love to serve. Doesn't that make sense? Like, you should love that you're actually helping people, and it should bring you joy. It has to. I always tell the young officer, like, you guys are a blessing. When I talk to other cops, I do a lot of training on certain on CIT, like mental health training. I tell them, you're a blessing. Yeah, you see some bad things, but you're a blessing. You have the ability to change lives for the better. Why would you want to do it for the worse? I can tell you a bad experience I had, and don't tell me that these are isolated incidents, or you're pointing out experiences that, and you're like I'm somehow pandering when I point out bad cop experiences and I do a video on them. That's not true at all, because I've had a ton in my life personally. I would say 40% of the experience I've had, I wasn't always a cop, was a negative experience with a cop. So don't tell me that trash that that you're just pointing out stuff. It's happened to me. I could tell you from when I was 13 years old, which is a long time ago, 35 years ago, I could tell you a story about how a cop talked bad to me and was very disrespectful to me. And it still resonates in my head 35 years later. That's the damage that you can do if you're a punk officer, if you talk bad to people. 35 years later, I could tell you his face. I could tell you exactly what he said. That's happened to me a few times. So don't tell me that you just point out certain things. No, I don't. I've lived it even since I've been a cop. I don't look like an average guy. I've been talked to horribly by officers since I've been a cop. And I say, hey, well, guess what? I'm actually one of you guys, and you shouldn't talk to people like that. The looks on their face are priceless. Gina Ruby, appreciate you right back. Pierre Paula Romano, appreciate it. I'm trying to get some new tattoos if Mama will let me. You guys get on her. Let me get some new tattoos. I got some new ideas. See, Izzo, what's up, brother? What's up, man? I love that guy. Follow that guy right there. Officer Dominic Izzo. That's he actually worked for a PD. That's right down the street. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows everything that I'm talking about. My man. Let's see. Jesus is King. Have you had any issues with your department, being that you're Hispanic, male, and Irish and Italian profession? What's your opinion? And also, have you ever been passed up for promotions? That's a good question. I've never been discriminated. I've never had any issues with my department over my ethnicity. That's never happened. I've had other issues in the past with when I first started with my criminal record. I don't have the clean record, and people didn't want me there when I first started, and they were pretty bad to me. Those people have been long gone, and my plan is to make them as forgotten as possible because of the way they treat me. Maybe I'm being petty. Okay, oh well, I'll deal with that. But I was treated unfairly when I started. Have I been passed up for promotion? No, I actually passed one up myself. People I get trolled a lot too because they'll say that, oh, you're only a SRO or you were only a detective. I was eligible to take a promotion to be a sergeant, but that would have pushed me over to Knights. And I have like I said, a lot of kids. It would have affected my personal life very, very greatly. And it would have took me out of the school job. And I love my school job. I absolutely love it. So it was a hard decision, but I had to pass it up. And I'm actually glad I did because with my program that I run, and I'll get into what my program is, it works hand in hand with the school. And we literally see and help so many people. It's not even funny. Ryan, sorry you went through that. I appreciate that, man. That it's rough. And people don't know this too. Within the last few months, I had another horrible personal tragedy in my family. I lost my beloved nephew, who I absolutely adore, and that pain is still. I think I'm still dealing with that. He was 21, and it was just a fabulous young man, and I love him dearly. See, me and my brothers, I got two brothers, and we all have older sons. My little Matt, my son Junior, he's 24. My brother's son Trey, he's a junior, he's 22, and then my other brother Mike, he had my nephew who was 21, and it was like we were passing the torch to our man, and to lose one it's been tough. It's hard to actually talk about. I'm still dealing with it, but yeah, keep me lifted up in prayers for strength because some days it's tough. Let's see. Here come the line. Oh my gosh. Upper level, low. You're going to get on this line stuff. You guys are playing good though. I don't want to see you on the schedule. Let's see. The way you carry yourself is exactly why. Not only other officers have your back, but so does the public. Man, I appreciate that. I'm protected on all fronts. I'm also protected by the Lord. If I don't also look at it from that perspective, win-win. I agree. That's my goal. That's my goal is to get other officers to see. Man, look at it. There's nothing better to me than when I hear another officer say, man, I seen that video. That was so on point. Or an officer who has been there, like Izzo. Man, what you say, man, I'm so on point. I so agree with you. That there's nothing feels better because my message is being resonated, and maybe they're going to change something. Maybe they're going to spread this, and it's like a seed, and that is planted, and maybe it can grow a big harvest of officers that understand this now. That understand that there's so much that has been going that we've been doing wrong for a long time. Understand that violating the constitutional oath that you took is ridiculously horrible and needs to never, ever, ever happen. All right. God bless, Rehabilitative. God bless. I really respect and appreciate what you do. Please don't stop. Man, I love and respect you back, Rehabilitated. That's awesome. Let's see. Let me get to some more of these. Shout out from Jersey City. That's where my boxing coach is from, Jersey City. Coach Danny. Shout out to Coach Danny. He coached Olympian, heavyweight champ. First Kendall he coached Tim. He coached David Diaz. So that's who taught me how to fight. I love Coach. I've got a crooked nose and slow brain cells because of everything he taught me, and fought some wars in the ring back in the day. Wasn't no professional, but I was in the ring with some very, very great fighters. Used to get guys tuned up and had a lot of closed door fights back in the day. I learned how tough I wasn't when you box, but you have to get beat up to become a good boxer. And I fought some good fighters, and I got pretty good at it. So, Dirty D, what's up, man? Good to see you too. Let's see. Nighthawk too. If what you do makes them mad, they're in the wrong profession. If I've always said that, like, I am speaking, what have I said that's wrong? What have I said that's wrong in what I'm saying to honor your oath, that this bad behavior needs to stop, that we need to respect and be true peacemakers and public servants? If you don't like me for that, then yes, go do something else. Like, then you're admitting, if you don't like me for what I say, then you're a hindrance. And you really, I pray for you, because that's, I'm telling you to uphold what you swore to uphold. I don't get that. We all want good peace officers, not power tripping bullies. Man around. Yes, I agree. I'm nobody special. I signed up for a job, passed the physical, passed the test, but I'm nobody special. I know what I can help lives in a positive way, but I don't take myself that seriously. Just ask my wife and my daughters bullying me every night. How can I take myself seriously? My wife will beat me up. Let's see, similar to Frank Serpico in terms of standing up against rogue cops. Philip S., he's actually one of my heroes. I love Frank Serpico. I'd love to meet him one day. That guy, what he went through is phenomenal. He just had a heart. I remember seeing, he had this big disgust when he started in the profession. I was watching a documentary with him, and he noticed that certain officers hated the people, and he couldn't understand that. That's exactly, I mean, I mirror that exact sentiment. Like, why are you here then? If you don't like serving the people, what are you doing in this job? I didn't get this job to be in some blue fraternity. I didn't get this job to be us versus them, or we're the good guys, you're the bad guys. I didn't get that for that. I got that so I can help out people, so I could do my job correctly and protect, obviously, and serve the public and uphold that oath. I swore my oath on a Bible and not on a comic book. A guy once said that. I love using that slogan. Appreciate you too. Right back, Sierra Blue. Mark Manganello. Yes, I will keep running my mouth. I got a big mouth. So that's my wife. Daniel Johnson, I appreciate you right back, man. Let's see. From the UK, Harpoon. Me and my wife got to make it out to the UK. I got a lot of people that watch me from the UK, and I love you guys, man. I've never been there. It will be a long flight from my hips and my back, but it will be worth it. I got to get out there one day. Give me a good city to go to. I'm going to come see some of you guys. Let's see. Pasquale Camastro. Hi, man. I'm a sociology student in college, and I've been watching your videos for a minute now. Love the work. Is there any chance I could interview you for my own independent studies and research? Send me an email, Matt, M-A-T-T, at mfbyouth.org. Send me an email. I'd be glad to help you out. Paul, we need 1,000 more principal law officers like you. I'm working on that. That's why I run my mouth so much. See, hello from Arkansas. I got an aunt that's in Pocahontas, Arkansas. Never been down there. I've been close, but I've never been down there. Let's see. Let's scroll back up. The term law enforcement is contradictory to the idea of being a peace officer. I agree. We are there to, first and foremost, be servants in peace and keep the peace. I can't say I can disagree with that. Let's see. Lenton Creer, hey, how you doing? Benjamin, go Pack Go. Don't start that, Benjamin, with the go Pack Go. You know how many times my wife, I've had to listen to her mouth. Let's see. Potty Mouth Bob from Philly shouting out, pray on your feet. Good work. I appreciate you, Potty Mouth Bob. I love it. My name and badge number, Thornton 45, right there. I just say something right here. There's my badge. I'll say right there, like those morons do. Right there. It's the dumbest thing that anyone can do. How do you get mad if somebody asks you for your name and badge number? You work for them. If anyone, that is another one where I tell you that I can tell you you're an ego cop. If that bothers you in the least, then you're an egotistical cop, and you need to knock it off, or go find something else to do. You want my name and badge number, Thornton 45? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thornton 45. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. God bless you. If it's an issue or somebody's getting attitude, then you calm it down. If they demand it and they have an attitude, what's your name and badge number? Oh, it's Thornton 45. It's good. I don't have no issues. Like, that's how you de-escalate things. It is instant escalation when you see even the look on your face that bothers you in the least. It's horrible police work. Let's see. Izzo, I appreciate you, my brother. Aloha, man. I have two relatives in Honolulu Police Department. They told me the department frowns on tats and they need to cover up as much as possible. Do you need to deal with that? My department, luckily, has been really, really cool. I did have a policy that was named after me when I got all my hand tattoos, or actually it was my finger tattoos that made my chief mad for some reason. Old chief, he didn't like it, so there was a tattoo policy with the hands and the neck. It's never hindered my job whatsoever. Tattoos are everywhere these days. People relate to me even more when they see my tats. I will actually calm a situation down when they see someone on the street. We're like, oh man, I like that. Where'd you get that from? And you know what? I've gotten tattoos right down in the neighborhood where I police at. You will see me in the shop with the fellas getting tattooed next to them. People will be shocked. Oh, it's Officer Matt getting tatted up. Oh yeah, I'm right here. I grew up here. I'm not leaving here. So you'll find me in there, just getting a tattoo, just like everyone else. It's a connection, and it's always been. I've been getting tattoos since I was a kid, and it's always been something I love to do. I get touched up all the time to keep it looking fresh on. So it's never hindered my job. I've never understood why older chiefs don't like it. There's no need to cover it up unless it's something profane or something. But there's no need. I always tell these chiefs that it's it proves that you have a disconnection from the actual ways of today, and you kind of look like an old dinosaur when you get offended by stuff like that. My personal opinion. And I got to get down to Honolulu. Any speaking engagements down there? MXP 2000. Send me and my wife will gladly fly down there. I got a buddy that chief. He's in a department in Hawaii. It's Kauai, if I'm saying it right. Kauai. He's like a captain down there. And Rod Green, one of the fabulous guys. He helped write the foreword in my book. He's a great dude. And if you ever got down there in Kauai, look him up. Captain Rod Green. Here's my book too, by the way. If anybody wants to order it, this is actually the story of what happened to me. I don't make money off of this too. This all goes to my organization, Cop in Crisis to Cop in Christ. My wife, if she's on here, put the link. It's on Amazon. Order it. All the money goes to my organization. It's just a kind of a short story. I know Shakespeare. Order it and check out. This is the story of where I came from and how I got to where I'm at. It's just something that they were after me to write about, and it's just like it's got like memoirs and then the story of how God saved me. So I think you'll enjoy it. I get a lot of good reviews off that. See, speaking of money, I get that too. Like, oh, you know what? One of the most common attacks that I get on here is that I do this for the clicks and for the monetization. I'm doing this only for the money. Let me tell you something. First of all, it ain't that much money. I'm going to put my name on the line. I'm going to deal with all these people threatening me. I'm going to deal with hate mail. I'm going to deal with people blackballing me. for this petty amount of money that I make on this has nothing to do with money. I want to do what's right. I want to share a message and change what I've seen and right some wrongs that I've seen for a long, long time. And I want to make this world better by doing so. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it from my little platform. If you guys only knew, these videos that I shoot, these little shorts that I'm always shooting, I do them from my closet. I don't have no studio. You can see I'm in my kitchen right now. I do them from my closet. That's what you can do with truth. Truth is more powerful than anything to me. I don't have a big platform studio setup design. I have a light in my closet. I turn it on and I give what my heart believes to be the honest truth about what we can do better in this job. And people have followed me. So that's how powerful the truth is. And that proves to me that I know I'm doing what's right. Has nothing to do with money. Has to do with saving lives. Grouch One, we're with you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that big time. SRO position is amazing because you're protecting the future of the state of our country. Yeah, the kids are something else, man. The kids in my school, oh my gosh, I'm like a big kid anyway. So I actually got in trouble with the dean not too long ago for playing with my flashlight. She got me. Miss Worth got me. She took my flashlight. I had to leave it on her desk after I got in trouble for it. So the school is amazing. I've been there 3 years. I have directed kids. I meet with kids on a daily basis. Obviously, the most troubled kids you're going to see the most in your office to deal with. But the beautiful part about that is if a kid is troubled, or if he's having a bad day, or you can see him going down the wrong path, you will see him again tomorrow, and you can still work on him and keep chipping away until you see real results, and you can see that you're making a difference. And it's so much fun in there. That's all I do is walk in the hall. I do my police work. I protect them, obviously, but I do more fist bumps and high fives all day than anything. And I'm just like a big uncle to all the kids, and I love it. I don't think I've raised my voice at all in 3 years. I've had to act, and I've had to deal with a few kids and some issues. I mean, when you hurt someone real bad, I got to deal with it, but I still never give up on them. I absolutely love the SRO job. People want to troll me, that's fine. I love my job every day. It's not even like work. Let's see what we got here. Call police services in Canada, but in Canada, our boys in blue are pretty good guys. That's good to hear. I've never been to Canada either. I'd like to go there once too. I'm terrible with the cold, so. We're with you, Brother Grouch. I appreciate it. Yeah, the oath is one thing. How about Dirty D? How about just treating people like humans? That's what I've been screaming forever. I am not in a position to do anything but give my fellow human respect. Who do you think you are that you can talk down to another person, that you can take authority, like moral authority over another person with ridiculous directives because you said so attitude? How about just treating people human to human? It's not that hard. I mean, could you imagine if you walked into somewhere where there's a customer service and they were just rude to you because they could be? A lot of places are like that. But if they were just like, you would walk out. They would not be a professional. You would have a big issue with that. So what makes a cop thinks that he can get away with doing that? That's what makes me sick. You don't treat people in front of me. Let's see, 30 or 9, I can show you the attitude of the street cops depends hugely on the attitude of the person sitting in the big chair. Oh my gosh, Nighthawk, I've said that, man. Leadership trickles down. If the chief or the captains are a bunch of bully tool bags, I guarantee that 95% of the PD is going to take on their attitude. That is why to me, it is so reprehensible when you have a tough guy bully chief. It puts it like they are the lead example. Right now, I have a wonderful chief. I've worked with him pretty much since the beginning of my career. He's been great. He's been very, very gracious to me. He probably has taken on many emails of people with their feelings hurt, complaining about me, but he supports my First Amendment right to speak out and talk about this stuff. And he's always treated people good. He's been a great chief, and his attitude trickles down. He's a human. So people will take on that attitude. And that's for any leadership. One of the other ones that's so important too is that FTO position. That FTO is such a vital position. If you get a punk, bully, tough guy FTO that is molding, literally showing these recruits how to do the job, and you're doing it like a bully punk, shame on you. You're a disgrace. And I don't have anything good to say about you. I was an FTO for a long time. And I told that was one of my men, you are not going to, these are my people. You are not going to talk down to them. You're not going to treat them. And it will make your, number one, it makes your job so much easier. And number two, it's what you're paid to do. You are an employee of them. Let's see. How do you handle mental health issues while on duty? Is that with other cops or is that with people? With the people that we're dealing with, like we call it, get a mental health call, which I hate, by the way. That pulls a big heartstring to me. Let's see, email, going to get it to the evangelist. Man, I appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate you. KRCDTD, man, I appreciate it. Man, that is awesome. Sorry to deal. Tell him, baby. He's going to help me get a new tat. Hit the like button, everyone. Hit the like button. Let's see. Praise the Lord for men like you. I love what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Tanner, I want to say how much I love the content. Man, that means everything to me. Thank you, my brother. Hello from Buffalo. Never been out east. I got to get out east. My daddy's from Las Vegas, so I always go out west. But I've been meaning to go out east. Maybe me and Tennille make a trip. Let's see here. God bless you, Kurt Perner. I appreciate you. Patrick, there's a lot of officers right there. Oh, for sure. We'd love to see them tell that to. Yeah, man, the right there officers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, say that to the judge. That's a wonderful line because it's inexplicable. They can't say anything. Would you say that to the judge? In other words, you're just being a child and a bully, and there's no call for it. Ryan S., thank you, brother. Lonnie, appreciate you. Tattoos make you more approachable. 5Y News. Yeah, no, you ain't gonna see that. Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that blue line stuff. I don't want no line for nothing. There's no blue line. I didn't join this for any line, color line. I don't want no lines. I want unity. Lines divide. And what that blue line, the meaning of that has taken on is really offends so many people. You will never see with when it first came out, I kind of understood I never knew what it really meant. I guess the meaning behind when it first came out, I guess it had a different type of meaning. You gotta have to research that, but since it didn't last long, that is seen as a division to me. You will never see me with that. Why say it? Why you say it? No, go pack. No, don't start up because my wife's gonna be home in a minute, and I'm gonna have to listen to her mouth from that Hail Mary from last night. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. Right's on, man. I appreciate that, man. I'll keep doing so. Huge ass. Oh my gosh, that's great. You got me to say it. I love it, man. I appreciate you. Hugh Jasso. Dirty D, great job creating change. I appreciate it. Good guys, a lot like you. I miss them. RIP to them. That's good that they can make an impression on you, Dirty D. Let's see, Zion. What's up? That's my favorite city. I got Zion. I got a tattoo right here. My city. I got a tattoo down here, but I'm not getting shirtless for you guys. I got a whole homage. I got a whole mural for my city on my side here. I got murals. I got who do I got on there? I got portraits of people that influenced me growing up, and you might laugh at some of them or be shocked by some of them, but that's who influenced me as a kid. What can I say? Nighthawk, the trickle-down effect is dangerous. Yes, they are. It is very, very dangerous. Am I the only one that's been getting these spam calls all the time from people? Half the time it's a political ad and it's spam for nonsense. It seems like it's gone up lately. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna break this phone. Let's see. Thanks, man. Opening a men's homeless shelter in Buffalo with a community access center. That is awesome, SD. That is awesome. I would love to. If I had time, I'd come through. Yes, thank you for avoiding arrest. 5Y News. Kids don't need to be in handcuffs, especially the ones that I deal with at that age. They need help and they need love. That's why I opened up my organization, and we see I'm going to get to that in a minute about my father's business. That's what my organization is called. That's where all my time and all my free time and strength and what I'm pushing towards for the future. We mentor so many kids in my group. See, man, wish you lived close, man. You would love my program. Okay, let's get into my father's business. So I opened up my program, my father's business, in 2014. So it's been about a little. It's over 10 years now. What we do is after work every Friday, I open up the church that I got saved in years ago. They have a gym, and so I open it up and I let any kid come. They hoop, they hang out, they play ball. We feed them all, but most importantly, we mentor them. Me and my team mentor them. We teach them. I teach them about the gospel. I teach them about how to be a man and walk through life. I teach them. We're kind of like the jack of all trades now. We do resumes. We help get jobs. We help them if they're having issues with legal stuff. If they're having issues at home, we get therapists now. We help them get into college. We help them walk the stage. Like we do pretty much. You name it, we do it for the kids in our city. We've been able through the grace of God. I want to say I don't have the numbers in front of me, but an estimation we've been able to raise about $500,000 pour over the 10 years, pour it right back into our city. And it's been wonderful to see. There's been so many great donors over the years. You can go to our website, mfbyouth.org, and kind of check it out. But the stories that I have, the kids whose lives that have been saved, the kids who I get in the baptism and baptize them and whose eternities have been changed. The kids who've come to me and will confide in me. The kids who say I'm like a father figure. And that's just not just me. The rest of my team. My wife is huge in that program. My sister helps me run it. She's the administrator. I have a mortgage broker. I have two other cops that help me from the county. I have, school teacher helped me found this. I have now on my team and who I've teamed up with, who I was talking about earlier, Oscar. Oscar Parham is his name. And he and I are partnering up. He is a person who did 30 years for murder he did not commit. You can look up his story. It's a wonderful story. He got clemency in 2019, I believe. And he met the Lord while he was in prison, and now all he wants to do is give back and help these kids and tell them to avoid certain things in life. And when he talks, let me tell you, when he talks, they listen. And it's crazy that a guy that was incarcerated for 30 years and a cop we're like best friends. We're teammates. We help the kids together. You can see a couple of videos. I mean, we settle street beefs. We handle if there's a street debt with a petty amount of money, but somebody's going to get hurt over, we'll step in and take care of it. If we know that there's certain things that are a danger that certain people need to know about, we'll help with that. We get kids to look each other in the eyes and say, "Is this worth dying over?" We've had so many, we just getting started. I mean, we're going to for a couple of years now, but there's going to be some major things change in our city. We've already seen it. So if you're wondering about the dynamic of our city, and Oscar is a Zionite like me. He's from our city, and that's where he was. That's where he was there when he got incarcerated. Coincidentally, he was in like a block away from where I grew up hanging out when he caught that case. And now he just wants to come back and do good. And if you want to know a little bit about our city, okay, listen, with my organization that we started, we keep count over 80 of our kids that I personally mentor and love. Over 80 of them have been hit with bullets. We've buried, I want to say 16 or 17 now. And it's a very rough situation that goes on. We actually, within the last few weeks, we've had 3 more that got shot. By the grace of God, we pray over them. All 3 are going to make it, but it was pretty severe. But I say all that there is a big need in my city. And I think that our program and the simplicity behind it could translate into any big city in this country. I promise you that. If you're willing to volunteer your time, I don't get paid for this. I volunteer my time because I want to just help this youth. They're broken kids. They're broken just like me. I don't judge any of my kids. We have a lot of fatherless. We have a lot of gang members. We have a lot of kids that I know in and out of the juvie system. We have some adults getting out of prison that come now. So we help everybody, and that's where my main heart. That's my logo right here. My father's business. That's what I do. So if you want to ever help that, mfbyouth.org. Like I said, we have donations on there. If you order my book right here, go to Amazon. Cop in Christ is the Cop in Christ. All the money goes towards my organization. We have a lot of mouths to feed. We have a lot of work to do. There's been some wonderful stories. We have one NBA player that came out. We got the Junior College National Player of the Year. That's from our group. We have a few professional fighters. And we actually got a fight coming up in a couple of weeks with my MMA kids who's going to knock somebody out for us. So we have wonderful stories. But that's my organization in a nutshell. And you guys follow me and encouraging me. It gives me strength in life to go and keep doing that because I know that I have a purpose in life. So let's get to more of these questions. Let's see. You should be an image of all police should live up to and be taught. Be like in the academy. I would love it. It's been like my dream to somehow get in an academy and to like design my own course. I remember learning, I didn't get anything out of my academy I went to in 2004. What I took away from that is we're the good guys. They're the bad guys. And you unleash that attitude on a bunch of 21, 22-year-old kids. That is volatile. And in my opinion, and I think a lot of people will ride with me on this, it's being done wrong. There is not enough. You don't get the sense that you're being trained to be a peacemaker at all. You're getting trained that everyone's going to hurt you, that you need to be out to watch your back 24 hours a day. The first video they showed me in the academy when I went, I remember it as one of the worst videos you ever seen. They bring you in there, a bunch of kids that don't know what they're getting into. They sit you down and you watch one of the worst police murder videos that I've ever seen. Like a cop screaming for his life, getting killed. That's what they expose you to first. So they're like throwing you into this world, like almost with the sense that this could be you next. And it makes for paranoid people, young people that think that everyone is out to get them, that if I don't see your hands, you're going to kill me, that everyone is armed. I think it's being done so wrong, in my humble opinion. Situational awareness is key, but not everyone is going to hurt you, and you don't treat everybody like they're going to. I will stand behind that. If you don't agree with me, that's your opinion. I ain't mad at you. Just because you don't agree with me don't mean I'm your enemy. So save those inboxes, save them nasty grams. I just throw them in the trash anyway. This is my opinion, and I know that my methods. All you gotta do, come to my city and let me show you how it works. Follow me around. I stand by what I do. Go ask anyone in my city. Let's see. Please, thank you, respect to Taze. That's what's up. I appreciate you, Shamika. Maritza Cruz Ariana. How you doing? Oh my gosh. How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit. Yeah, Oscar. I'm gonna do a video with Oscar soon. I got a plan to do a studio type of setup where I can bring people on and talk. I'm just technological. I'm not the smartest guy. So I want to get some people on. I mean, I have some fabulous stories I can tell you. I really do. Oh, yes, Matt Thorne, how are you, my brother? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. Can I tase you? Cody, can I tase you? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That taser is no joke. I've been tased once on purpose by the academy or by the trainers, once on accident. No, twice on accident. And that's no joke. You're not fighting through that taser if both prongs get you. Who is Penelope? Penelope is my little twin. That's my daughter, my baby. The lone voice. Let's see. Check out Jamie Winship. Reminds me a lot of what you're doing. He's an ex-XP. I'm going to check him out too. Is he got a YouTube channel, 5Y? All right, let me see if I can get the last few of these. I can't get to them all. There's a ton of these. And plus, Mama's on her way home. Let's see where she's at. I'm not located. Any husbands in here that have Life 360? My wife is always stalking me on here, and she can. She's got the right to. She's always like, "Where'd you go there? Where'd you go there?" It's like, girl, do you do anything but watch Life 360? All right, she's not home. She's not on her way home yet, but I got to get I got to get some water boiling and dinner going. So, all right. So I'm going to close and say that I love all you guys. I'm going to try to jump on here a little bit more. I'm going to try to put the links in here. I'll pin the links to my website and stuff, and so that people can maybe check out and get more an update on what I'm doing. Do I ever think about expanding my program? That's a dream of mine. That is a dream of mine. I would just need some willing bodies and somebody with a good intention. My kids are cute, fam. I you seen that when I let it go in the elevator, bogus? That's awesome, man. Monty Martin, hey, you didn't miss me all the way. I'm about to close, but yeah, let's close with a prayer. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Patrick. Father God, I come to you in the name of Jesus. I just thank you for all these wonderful people who subscribe. It's not my message, Lord. I believe I'm carrying out your truth and justice message, Lord. I thank you for your grace. I thank you for saving me. And I just want to say, bless everyone on here and their families, umbrella protection for them all. And I love you. Thank you. Amen. I'll see y'all later.